Junkie gang, cool shit, bitch. I got a question for you, man. What you want? Okay. Please tell me why you hate, damn. Why you hate? I mean, I really wanna know why you be hating.
Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. It is actually the morning time. I know yesterday I hit y'all with good morning and it was midnight. I'm just at the gas station about to re-up on some gas because I'm about to go on a slight little road trip to visit my girl Hannah again. Can y'all believe it? I'm seeing her again so soon. I know y'all thought it was gonna be a while. I know y'all never expected this. I'm so sorry that my lips look so dry also. I just don't feel like getting out and then my hair sticking to my lip gloss at this very moment. But yeah, y'all, I'm going to visit Hannah again. Super excited. It was also kind of like randomly planned. We just talked about it like last week, but it's nothing to pull up, but me and Hannah just have to like actually discuss it. Otherwise we'll just be like, time will pass. Because even as crazy, I haven't seen Jay in over a year now, but it doesn't even seem like it. I mean, I talk to her like every single day just about, but we haven't seen each other in over a year. I was possibly going to go to Miami, but there wasn't really a good time frame, and so we just haven't been able to link up. Life happens for everybody, you feel me? So it's not too cold, but I don't want to stand out there. Oh, let me turn my car off, child. I always be doing this. Whole QT blued up. Look, I didn't even need that much gas. Bitch, 20. Okay, bitch. You know it's real when you hear the little tapperoni. I will see y'all when I get to Tennessee. Hey y'all, so finally made it to Hannah's. And as y'all can see, we are in a different environment than last time. Yes, ooh, look, ooh, cute. Ooh. We're gonna explain all of this here in a second, but first, Hannah's house is so cute. She's only been here for a little bit though, so everything is not all how she wants it, but y'all know Hannah gets it real cute real fast. So we're gonna give y'all a brief little house tour, and then we'll come sit down, chit chat, and let y'all know some things that have been going on. And this is literally, I didn't even want to address this. Let's be clear. I didn't want to address this, but we were sitting here and Hannah was like,
I volunteered.
Yeah, she was like, I would like to do that. And I was like, Hannah, you don't have to do that. She was like, no, I like to talk about it. So
I'm over it now.
Yeah. So don't for a second, when y'all hear what we're going to tell you, don't for a second think that I suggested this, because I'm all for people like being private. Y'all know that. So when she said it, I was like, okay. Anyways, let's get into this house tour. Knock, knock.
Hush. Stay in this house. Hi. What did they say?
I
Hey MTV, welcome to my crib. Come on in.
That was a good idea.
So this is my living room. You got the front door where you just came in. My plants. I got a new couch that the dog gets on. I have this thing that my dad brought, and it's ugly, but I think I'm gonna paint it, make it cute. And then follow me into the kitchen. So here's my tiny kitchen. I'm getting a new dishwasher on Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't know you were getting a new dishwasher.
Yeah, well that one's broken, so I told the landlord and they said we'll have a new one there on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
And then this is gonna be like an eating area. I just haven't gotten a table and chairs yet. This is Noodles' eating area, and then washer and dryer.
And also, if you're curious about anything that Hannah has, majority of it will be thrifted.
Yeah, all from the thrift store.
Yeah.
Or Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
So this is my bedroom that I've just kind of, it's not done either. Like that table will probably leave and that lamp will get changed out. But I got my trusty old bed.
Yeah, super
and
cute,
dresser.
y'all. I came in and I was like, it's already, I feel like for you have living here not that long.
Yeah.
I feel like it's already super decorated.
Well, I was like, I moved in and I was like, I gotta make this place feel homey or I'm gonna be ticked off. And the closet didn't have doors on it, so I put curtains up here.
I love this rug though. It's super cute.
That gray one?
No, the white one.
Oh, I do too. Alright, so here you have a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bathroom in here.
Super cute. I love this piece of art that you have.
Thrift store.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't kidding. Y'all literally everything.
Everything. Absolutely everything.
Everything.
Amber's room. This room has the least amount of stuff in it. So I want to still get like a rug for in here and obviously stuff on the wall. So there's like paint chips from the last person.
Oh, you're not gonna let me decorate it myself?
Well, you can decorate it yourself, but we gotta go to the thrift stores and figure out.
Yeah, so how soon did you move in after you sent it to me?
So I found it the week before. I'd taken a Friday, a personal day. I need to move in soon. And the only other place I could find was like a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment in the area that I wanted that would allow dogs.
Yeah.
And it was like $750 a month and like no yard. I wasn't even sure if I had a laundry like the place. There's just too many things I didn't know. So I had an appointment to go see that on Monday. And then I had an appointment to see another house on Wednesday that was like this one, but it was like really far away from work.
Yeah.
So that Friday I opened up like Facebook or something, and Facebook Marketplace was like 2 hours ago, this like 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house was just listed, and I was like, oh, that's really cute. So I contacted the guy, and he was like, call me, I'm driving. And so I called him, and I was like, hey, I'm really interested in this house. And he was like, okay, well, I've had like 60 other people contact me, so what like makes you stand out more than the rest of them? And I was like, so they were like, is next weekend okay? And I was like, yes, perfect. So I literally moved in a week
After.
like 6 days after I saw it for the first time.
Yeah. And it's really cute. She sent me it. She said, but I only saw like a few pictures.
Yeah, they only had 4 pictures.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
And I was like, but it looks super cute. Now that y'all have seen my new home, me and Hannah are gonna sit down, and Hannah's gonna tell y'all the whole story, because last time y'all saw Hannah, she was living in a different house, and she was living with her now ex, then boyfriend. He better be glad, because I know where he live at. You know, just let it go, give it to Christ. Are you ready for this, sis?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Y'all, hold tight. It's literally like, it might sound like I'm being dramatic, but when she told me, I was like, jaw to the floor. And yeah, it's not funny at all, but you know.
It kind of is funny.
Yeah, laugh at her pain, okay? Okay, y'all, so we sat y'all down. I don't even. So, okay, so
Okay.
Hannah was in a relationship.
Yes, so I was in a relationship with someone for about like 3 or so years. We started dating and dated for a whole year, and then my sister and my roommate moved away. So I moved in with him like within a year of dating him. So on October, like that first week of October after Amber had visited, I was like talking about how he surprised me with a trip. Everything's normal. So like I was happy because it was like consistent, and that's what I was telling Amber. I liked that like I come home from work, he comes home from work, we like maybe go out to dinner, we do things on the weekends. It was very just like a normal relationship, not like anything I've ever had before. So I was like very much in love with that life and with him. And so end of October comes, and still to my knowledge everything is fine. And then Friday I had a football game with school, and it was their senior night, so I had to stay after school for the home football game. He had the day off, so he was like, maybe I'll come to the football game. And I was like, okay, like it's your day off. You know, if you're not involved in high school, like, why would you want to go? So I was like, don't feel like you have to because of me. So it gets to be like the end of school, and the students come in my room and like get ready for the football game and stuff. And I've always had like a dog cam where I can like see my dogs and like shoot treats at them.
But who bought you the dog camera?
So he bought me the dog camera for Christmas last year.
Yeah, so it's a dog camera. I don't know if y'all ever seen it, but it's just like, she should put me on like last time.
It's like a little box, and I could like open an app on my phone, and it's like video, and I can like turn the camera so I could like see the living room where the dogs normally would be, and then shoot a treat, and I could like talk to them on a microphone and all that stuff. And so with my students, I would always like pull that up and show them my dogs, and they thought that was really cool, and we'd shoot treats at my dogs and stuff. So one student comes up to me, and it's about like 5 or 6 o'clock, and they're like, hey, can we look at your dogs on the dog cam? And I open the dog cam, and I see 2 calves, like bear calves, lady calves that don't have like hair on them. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Like they're so close, like legs like this close. And so all I can see is the calf. And I'm like, interesting. My heart sinks at that moment because I'm like, this is weird. And I wasn't told about it. And then I was like, maybe it's like a mutual friend. So then I like told the student, I'm like, the dogs aren't in the living room, so we'll like pull it up later. And they go away. And I continue to open the dog cam, and I finally see these legs walk away from the camera, and it's a woman that I've never seen before in like stilettos and lingerie, you know, like the little like dresses. So I see her two like cheeks hanging out and her stilettos, walks back away from the camera to the couch and sits on the couch. Long dark hair. And then in comes my boyfriend with 2 beers, sits on the couch with her. And I, in my mind, think, okay, my boyfriend has hired a prostitute. Like the way she was dressed, I was like, he doesn't know anyone that would come over and dress like that, you know? And I get physically sick and I have to go to the bathroom and I throw up and I come back and I just keep opening it and looking at it. I take screenshots. Eventually it gets to the point where they're like sitting like this having beers, and then she turns on the couch, and if this is like my boyfriend, she like puts her legs like this and she's like on his shoulder like this, and they're talking, and then eventually it leads to more, and I essentially see my boyfriend do another woman on this dog camera that he got me for Christmas, that he knows is sitting there. Right there recording, or I mean not even recording but just live, like footage. I can turn it on at any time. At one point I do try to call his phone and it's sitting right there and he doesn't even pick it up and look at it, and then I'm so infuriated. I've sent the screenshots at this point to my 2 friends and I tell them, will you please go get my dog? So my dog is the little Noodle. Yeah. Finally, I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I shoot a treat. And granted, these 2 people are both drinking. I shoot a treat out, just like let them know I'm watching. And then I like do the microphone. I'm like, hey. And he looks at the camera, and I think in that moment he's like shocked, but he like waves at me.
Hold on, you did not even tell me this part.
Yeah. He waves at me, and I'm just like, okay. I'm like, is this real life? Like, it's such a, I was like, cannot be happening. So I'm at this football game. I'm trying not to let anyone realize what's happening. Yeah. So I
can't even imagine holding it together for that long.
All the things were happening. Yeah. So I went to another teacher and I was like, hey, I've got to go. I'm having like a family emergency. And she was like, okay, no problem. Like, go ahead and go. So my friend calls and she's like, hey, so we just went and we got your dog. They went to the door. My boyfriend pokes his head out and is like, oh, we're not doing this today. Like thinking that maybe they were like gonna come over and like drink with them or something. And she was like, no, I just need Noodle for a play date. And so he just opens the door and lets my dog out, no collar, no leash. And thankfully Noodle like doesn't run away. So he just like gets out of the house and like goes with my friend, and my friend calls me and says, okay, you don't need to go back over there tonight. Come to my house, figure it out from there. So I go to her house. She like tries to like give me a beer so I can like talk about it and like get loose. And I was
still trying to throw up.
I could not. I could not even stomach a beer. And I sit there and I process 1,000 different thoughts, one of which being like, this has probably been going on for a long time.
And you were just saying how like comfortable she was, and there's pictures of them in the house. She has her feet up on the couch.
Yeah, the screenshots I showed them to Amber, and they're just like she's probably been there before. And the other thing is, so they're right next to like pictures of me, us two like with the dogs.
Hold on, I'm dying laughing. And you said his name.
But anyway, so the next morning I like spend the night at my friend's house. Obviously don't sleep at all.
And did he like even hit you up like, hey, are you coming back or what?
At midnight he texted me, and this either like
he realized that he
realized or he was like so drunk he didn't remember. What he texted me was, hey, have you seen your dog? Like, I've lost your dog somehow. Do you have him for some reason? Wasn't like, hey, where are you? And I didn't respond to that, obviously.
Right.
I get up at 8, go to Big Lots, buy every single plastic storage container on the shelf, go to the house, walk in the door with my storage containers, and he's sitting in his chair, and I don't even speak to him. I just go to the bedroom and I start undoing like all the drawers, throwing my clothes. Like I'm taking anything that I know I'm gonna need in the next like couple of weeks, because I really don't have anywhere to go. I just knew I was gonna stay in my friend's basement.
Because her family like doesn't live
in Knoxville.
Yeah, right.
I start packing and he comes back there. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I am moving out. And he was like, why? Why are you moving out? Like, acting very confused. And I was like, I don't think I need to explain that to you. And so he wouldn't really leave me alone. So finally I give him my phone and I show it to him. And I was like, apparently you had like a prostitute over to the house yesterday. And he was like, oh my gosh, I don't remember that at all. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's concerning. We should probably check your phone to see how, you know, that person got here, how she got in the house, and how you felt comfortable letting that stranger, like, just be in our house.
And doing it.
Yeah. He was like, I don't remember that. Oh, my gosh. Like, I was so drunk. And I was like, okay.
And to still blatantly lie to my face,
yeah.
I would have swung on him so fast.
And so then I was like, I think we should look at your phone to see how that person got here. Like, patronizing him. Like, let's see, you know, how did that happen? And he was like, wait, let me see the picture again. You know, like, let me continue this lie. So I give him the picture, and he's like, oh, that's so-and-so from work.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that makes me feel a lot better. Okay. And she felt comfortable enough to come over wearing that. And he was like, oh, and then comes up with this story that's like, his cousin called him, needs something translated into Spanish, or for some reason. And so the only person he knows is this female from work, apparently. So he contacts her to help with this translation. I minored in Spanish in college, okay?
And also, has he heard of Google? I don't know.
Literally. Like absolute nonsense. And
just to keep lying in my face is just like so...
And I was like, so she felt... Like, women don't go out wearing that. She obviously, like, this is something that's been going on.
Right.
And he was like, no, that's just how she dresses. And I was like, oh, so you know what she looks like outside of work. Like, you know how she dresses outside of work. And he was like, you know, like, okay, yeah, there we go. So I continue to pack, and he's asking me, he, like, sits on the floor while I'm on the floor trying to pack all my things. He's like, is there anything I can do to keep you from moving out? He was like, what if I stop drinking? Like, you can stop drinking for yourself, but I'm not gonna be like your mom and make sure you don't drink or cheat on me. Like, I'm not sticking around here to do that.
You got caught with something you purchased.
Well, okay, and so after my friends picked up my dog, then the dog camera is unplugged. Like, I think, yeah, because when I got there the next morning, the dog camera is unplugged, and when I tried to check it, when I finally got to my friend's house, it wouldn't pull up anymore. Like, he knew at that point, like, oh, I think he came to, and then he still was gonna try to cover his tracks with, like,
it's like I've already seen it already.
Yeah, it's like it's.
But at that point he probably didn't know how much you had seen.
Yeah.
So it's like, let me. Oh shit. Like, hey, like.
And so I was like, you know what would make me feel a lot better is if you could just tell me how long this has been going on. Once again, lets me down. And it's like, no, I swear this is the only time it's ever happened. And I was like, it would make me feel a lot better. Like, I'm not going to feel any worse. I'm at my lowest. I'm as sad, as mad as I'm going to be. It's not going to make anything worse. Just tell me how long it's been going on. But yeah, that was devastating. As much as it is sad, it is like a comically ridiculous way to like find out your birth. Like a bad romantic comedy.
We were texting and Hannah was like, I'm gonna FaceTime you tomorrow. Yeah. But like, that's like such a weird thing to say. Okay, just FaceTime me. It's not like something you need to announce. But when she said that, I was like, what the f?
I had to like pull it together.
Yeah.
Because then after that, after I got all my boxes moved and I was like in my friend's basement, it hit me and I was like, oh, this is real life.
Yeah.
So
she FaceTimed me and we had a couple words and then literally she was like, okay, let's get to it. And when she told me, I was just like,
yeah.
It didn't seem real. Imagine you having a normal day and...
Literally the most normal day, most normal week. And then out of nowhere, like, I just thought he just wasn't coming to the football game. And I was very fine with that. And then...
It's ridiculous.
How ridiculous it was. Yeah. And how shocking. Like, shocking and just...
Like, is this a movie?
Yeah, not that I wanted to see my boyfriend cheat on me, but it was like, is this real? I just had to keep looking to like make sure not something else. I don't know. But I was just like, and in front of all these like kids and other adults, I was
trying to hold it together. But she bossed up and she found herself a new place to live like ASAP.
But it was like a miracle that I found it.
But it was good. Yeah. And honestly, it's like what helped her get the place because she like used the story.
I told the guy that owns the place, he was like, what makes you stand out more than everyone else that wants the same house? And I was like, okay, well, I have like a really good credit score. I've got a consistent income. I'll make it cute. It's just me. I fibbed a little bit and I said I called him my fiance to make it seem a little bit more serious. Yeah. And I said my fiance just found my fiance cheating on me last week and I need a place to live as soon as possible.
But yeah, so that helped her get this place and I was excited for her when she got it. So that's why I was like, okay, I know y'all didn't expect to see Hannah so soon, but I was like, okay, bitch, I'm coming back because for one, whose house do we need to shoot up? for two. I mean,
honestly, it makes me feel better just be like goodbye
Oh,
forever.
yeah, of
like I really
course.
don't want to spend any time and energy thinking about
Exactly.
him or that girl. Oh, and when I moved out, I like
Straddling
went in
him.
and started taking the pictures. I was like, obviously these don't do any good. So, and I ripped him up. He's like, please stop. And I was like,
no.
shut up. That's enough out of you.
Literally don't.
They
speak.
obviously don't mean anything. Like, it could be anyone in that picture, and it
Right.
doesn't matter.
So I'm happy to be here, and now I have my own room. So
Everything happens for a reason.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Everything happens for a reason, and I know that. And
it was time. It was like
it was time.
Yeah, it was time.
It was time, and I'm grateful.
Yeah, of course.
Even
the
though the
situation,
experience was terrible, I think I learned a lot, and now it's kind of a funny story. So, and so I threw the dog camera away because obviously I don't want that garbage on my phone anymore. But I'm in the market for the new Furbo camera. I looked at it the other day. It's nicer than my old one, and I would like one just to see Noodle.
Yeah, y'all. So, yeah, I didn't have any intentions of this being the Vlogmas video of the day, but I was chilling here, and like I said, Hannah, I was just like, okay, yeah, we can get our day started. But yeah, so we were just sitting here, and she was like, let me tell that story. And I was just like, are you sure? And she's like, yes. And I was like, okay.
It feels good to talk about it.
Now-
The more time that goes on, the funnier it will be.
Yeah, that will be it for today's video. Laugh at her pain. I don't know. Like, I hope you enjoyed it.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, queen.
Strong, independent woman, and I don't need that ever again.
So yeah, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. See y'all on my next vlog. So bye.